welcome to Would I Lie to You, the show where fabrication is the name of the game. On David Mitchell's team tonight, star of the award-winning sitcom The Thick of It, who says most MPs claim to love the show. My God, MPs will claim for anything. It's Rebecca Front. And a splendid comedian who's so young that last year he won Funniest Embryo at the Edinburgh Festival. Jack Whitehall. Joining Lee Mack tonight as the hapless, clumsy star of Miranda, she recently picked up 3 comedy awards, then dropped 2, tripped over the red carpet, and threw wine into the crotch of Colin Firth. It's Miranda Hart! And a man whose will they, won't they relationship with Margaret made The Apprentice a hotbed of sexual tension for 5 series. Nick Hewer! And we start with round 1. It's Home Truths, where our panellists each read a statement from a card in front of them, and to make things harder, they've never seen the card before, so they have no idea what they'll be faced with. It's up to the opposing team to separate the facts from the fibs. Nick, you're going to be first.
When filming is over for the day, Lord Sugar and I sometimes wind down by playing ping-pong on the boardroom table.
That's a hell of a story.
True.
David, what do you think? Have a minute just to let it sink in.
You don't play on a proper table tennis table.
No,
you just play on the boardroom
you can
table.
buy. It's underneath, actually, in the boardroom. It's rolled up,
right.
And then you unroll it and you clamp it on the boardroom table, stretched across, and you're in business.
So is it just a net,
Just
or is there
a net.
also?
No, we don't have the lines.
A mat with lines. No,
No,
it's just
the table is slightly bigger than regulation size.
right.
Is it not also curved?
Curved?
I thought it was curved.
You're thinking of all swimming.
It's difficult to tell watching on television, but
Yeah.
how much room is there at the ends of the table?
Oh, plenty.
Okay, I believe you.
Ample.
So you have to be able to back off quite a way when playing table tennis properly, I happen to know.
Can we stamp on this immediately? Lord Sugar's boardroom is plenty big enough for almost everything.
Yet you play table tennis.
Where do you keep the bats? Are they under the table during the...
Under the
She's
table.
left now, hasn't she?
Under the table.
Oh, Margaret, no. Tell her. Not talking about Margaret.
Margaret's no bat.
Tell us how this whole thing started.
It was my idea.
You crazy fool.
It was my idea. No, but the point is that it's a fairly long, drawn-out process. It is tense. It is nerve-wracking, particularly for Karen and I, because we don't know what on earth's going on. It's only Lord Sugar who's master of all this. And I just sort of murmured to him once that I find this very difficult. And he said, well, look, don't worry. Next time I'll bring in a net and some balls and some bats. And it'll help you relax. And it grew out of that.
So what does Karen do? How does she relax? Because if you're playing...
She's umpire.
She's umpire?
She's got a very keen eye.
What do you think, David?
I think this is absolute nonsense, albeit convincingly told. I think if Alan Sugar wanted to play ping pong, he'd have a proper table tennis table and he'd play it on that. So we think it's not true. We think it's not true.
No. Think it's a lie?
Yes.
OK. Nick, truth or lie?
It's a damned lie.
It was a lie. Nick doesn't wind down by playing ping pong on the boardroom table with Lord Sugar. Jack, you're next.
I was once commissioned to paint a portrait of Giles Brandreth's cat.
Would you point out to some of the younger viewers who Giles Brandreth is?
Giles Brandreth presents Strands of the One Show, and he was an MP, and he wears jumpers.
Here's a picture of him. OK.
How did he hear about you?
I did a lot of art around the area, not like graffiti, but...
What is this area?
Barnes.
OK.
And I've always been an artist.
What was the cat called?
That, I can't remember the name of the cat. It was a black cat.
Right.
Lucky.
Lucky.
How much do you get paid?
£130.
God,
£130.
And also, I'm allergic to cats, so...
Danger money.
But it was like... Well, no, it was 130 quid and I was 18 at the time, so at that stage of my life, I would have worn the cat as a
How
mask.
did you paint it?
They didn't ask that.
Did the cat pose for you, or did you have
I had to do sittings with the cat.
Shut up,
I
come
did.
on now.
I did.
You
Sat
do
on a
not
chair.
paint a cat and go, cat, sit on that for 3 hours. The cat moves about.
Yeah, no, and it kept moving around. It was the most annoying cat ever. Because I was like, please,
It's a cat!
sit down.
Sit down. Why are you painting a picture of it? For 3 hours, Kate, me.
You can totally do a sitting with a cat. Cats are very sedentary.
Yeah.
They stay in one place all the time. You can't command the cat, but you say, oh, here's a good moment. The cat seems to be sitting.
Oh,
I don't want
you
it.
were painting
Jack,
a cat.
what
You took
position is the
picture.
cat in the painting?
Like, sort of that.
No, come on.
It wasn't it was like sort of sat like
What's
that.
that about?
That's how cats sit, like that.
What, is it hands on their
Like,
knees?
it was a normal thing like that. You go, oh, Jack's doing a cat impression. That's a cat.
So the cat is sitting or standing? I'm trying to...
Sitting. Well, do you want to do it like that?
Anybody with half a brain would have taken a picture of the thing, gone home and painted it at home, wouldn't
I love this man.
No. I would have done that, but I didn't have that choice. She insisted that I come so that I could sort of get to know the cat.
I know Giles Brandreth.
Do you know his cat?
I know his wife. What's his wife's name?
She's called Michelle.
Is his wife
Is that
Michelle?
true?
You were bluffing, weren't you?
It is.
Do you know Giles Brandreth's wife? So you were quite a good artist, were you? Reasonably good if he's paying £130.
Yeah, I
Okay,
was-
no, that's fine. Stay there. Draw me a cat.
Right.
I should at this point tell viewers at home that whilst we do like to receive your paintings, we can't return any of them.
The suspense is David is captivated. David's face is going, this is pretty.
This is. I had to do it quite quickly, obviously.
That's fine, we're not
For
going to...
David, this is an extreme sport.
People have just turned over, they're going to be thinking, what on earth is David looking at? OK, Jack, reveal the cat.
Lee, it's time to make up your mind. What do you think about Jack's story? Is he telling the truth, or is he in fact telling us a lie?
I'm right down the middle. Because Giles, does he know you at this point? No.
He knew me through the family, through mother, and then my mum. He knew me through mother.
Jack, you're succeeding in making David look positively working class.
I barely need to be here this week.
I can't give it to him. I think it's a dreadful lie.
It's 100% true, and
Oh,
honestly.
well, you two fight it out between yourselves. I'm
No,
not
it's
getting involved.
definitely true.
I'll go with you because I like him.
Oh, touch me.
OK, they're both saying true, and I don't want to argue with the team, so I suppose
Okay,
I
you're
better go
saying
with
it's true. Jack, true or lie?
It is true.
Well done, team.
Yes, it's true. And this is the most exciting part of all. We've got the painting here. Now, this has been lent to us by the Brandreths, Giles and Michelle, and this is a bit special. Get ready.
I'm so sorry, I'm not... Oh my God! I'm not being cruel, right? But that looks a bit like a dog to me.
Here's the
That's the most canine cat I've ever seen.
Here's the other thing. We've also got a photo of the cat, and we're going to do a very modern split-screen effect. Look at this. Ready? Look at that. That is eerie.
I was like 17 when I did it.
Yes, it's true. Jack was commissioned to paint a portrait of Giles Brandreth's cat.
I'm
Next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. So please welcome this week's special guest, Zazie. So, Miranda, we'll start with you. How do you know Zazie?
This is Zazie, and we once had a trial together for a professional ladies' football team, but we didn't make the grade.
There we are, Miranda's footballing friend. Lee, how do you know Zazie?
This is Zazie. I once cut off her ponytail on the school bus, thinking she was my mate Paul.
Right, Lee's short-haired schoolmate. Nick, what's your relationship with Zazie?
Zazie, my neighbour's daughter, she offered to mend my computer and inadvertently emailed to everybody in my address book a picture of my big toe.
So there we have it. Miranda's failed footballer, Lee's cropped classmate, or Nick's accidental emailer. David?
So, Miranda, what was the professional football team you tried out for?
It was for QPR Rangers. No, QPR.
QPR. So, what age were you?
About sort of early 20s.
Early 20s. So, isn't that quite old to be breaking into professional football?
You haven't seen QPR play, have you?
What position did you play?
Well, we were just sort of tipping up. And seeing.
So just seeing...
Can you imagine if this is what she'd have done on the day?
A lot of happy memories of your footballing past.
You were very good at team talk.
Yeah.
We were just hoping that they'd see us and say, oh, you're a defender.
So you,
I don't know why I find this so funny.
had you, when you turned up to try out, had you ever played football before? You thought football's probably not a thing that involves practice. You've either got it or you haven't. I'll wait until I'm 23. I'll turn up at QPR and they'll probably let me in the team, and there I am, sorted. That's what
Well,
you
we
thought.
played a bit at university. I'm actually crying.
As you had played.
We played a bit at university, sort of mucked about, and we thought, hey, you know, we're quite good.
Just you and Zazie playing, or were there other people in this team?
We had some male friends who were like really into football, and we lived with them. And we one day, probably, you know, trying to impress, said, "We'll come and play football with you." And so
But they were thrilled.
So
and they said, "Hey, you've got some skills." You know?
Okay. So, Nick, what went wrong with your computer? What was...
Running slow. Grindingly slow.
And why didn't you contact someone, you know, a proper computer person?
No,
Or maybe she is
listen,
a proper
listen.
computer person who happens to be your neighbour's daughter.
Very simply, because we know them very well. I know that she did a computer course at university, and why would I go out and spend a fortune when Zazie can come in for a tenner?
And why was there a picture of your big toe on this computer?
No, one of the issues was it obviously was clogged up with stuff, and I needed it purged. And I told her that there were various folders that needed to go. My medical folder had to be deleted.
Yeah.
A number of other folders I had to get rid of. My doctor is in London. We live in the country. I had had a very, very nasty accident. Stubbed my toe. Heavy bruising. The threat of a lost nail. And I thought that I would email it to the doctor, and he would then email back advice.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was some time ago, and I wanted it now deleted. And of course, she wasn't quite as good at her computing skills as I had hoped she was, or indeed that she had claimed.
You are terrifying.
No. I don't like to say this in front of her, but she had been drinking. And she pressed the email thing, and 700 people, including business contacts, serious people, were emailed a picture of this battered toe. And that's it.
Including Sir Alan Sugar?
Yes.
He was the
He
first to
received a
get it.
picture of your toe.
He sent one back of his.
So it was actually quite a bruising experience because people didn't find it at all funny.
Lee,
Yes.
You pronounce Zazzie's name Zazie.
That's the kind of guy I am. I'm a maverick.
And you were at school with Zazie?
Well, I was, yes. And before it's pointed out, I was in a different year, yes.
OK. How much older?
I think there was about 4 years difference.
Right.
But you cut off Zazie's
Can I
ponytail.
just point out, we weren't actually at the same school. I should get that in, really. We were on we call it the school bus. It wasn't a school bus that was only for school children. It was the bus I got to school.
So you went,
It was a public
bus.
bus, and she was a child who didn't know on the bus.
Starting to sound like a court case, David. Can you back off?
You attacked her head with a
I
sharp
didn't
object.
attack her. I did not attack a child.
But you
on the bus.
mistook a child's head for the head of one of your friends.
Yeah, I was about 15. She was, I don't know what she was, but she looked...
3.
She looked
Why did you want to cut off Paul's ponytail?
Well, Paul's ponytail I've always found a little bit annoying. I mean, let's face it, have you ever seen a ponytail on a man and not wanted to cut it off?
It's still a bit of a step to actually have a go, isn't it? Because after all, it's up to people how they have their hair. It's not up to you, is it, Lee?
Trust me, David, if it was up to me, you wouldn't be having your hair like that.
Yeah. Likewise.
Thank you.
Was Paul somewhere else on the bus?
Yes, Paul sat next to me and went, hey, go over there and cut my hair off. Paul, stay there, I'll do it now.
So this...
I was a gullible fool.
This is an environment which you don't know Paul's on the bus at all.
No.
Paul, I
You
don't
just see the back of a little girl and go, there's Paul! Where are my scissors? I thought you might know Paul was somewhere on the bus, and then you see the ponytail and you've only got a moment, quick snip. You don't even know Paul's there. You're just seeing ponytails and snipping away, despite the fact that Paul is apparently wearing a little dress.
So David, what are you thinking here?
I'm slightly inclined to believe Lee. What do you think about Miranda's story about the football trial? That very much came to life, didn't it?
You certainly seem to know a lot about football,
Yeah.
so I was impressed with that. I think it might be Nick and his separating toe.
Emailing the toe. And what about you, Jack?
I reckon it's Nick.
And what about you, David?
Well, I don't know. I'm stuck. Okay. But my two teammates agree, so I'm happy to go along with that.
You're saying that it's Nick. And it's the toe and it's the email.
Yeah.
Zazzie, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Zazzie, and Miranda and I once tried out for a professional football team.
Yes, Zazzie did try out for a ladies' professional football team with Miranda. Thank you very much, Zazzie. Time now for some high-speed lying in our final round, quick-fire lies. And we'll start with David Mitchell.
I killed a rat with my BAFTA.
I really hope that's true. I want that to be true.
Brilliant if it is true.
You got a BAFTA?
Where was the rat?
The rat was in some bin bags that were sort of outside, on sort of round the corner from my kitchen.
Can I ask a question? Is this the BAFTA you won when one of the other nominees was me?
I don't want to make you feel small, Rob, but it was the other one.
Did you kill it?
I didn't mean to kill it.
Whoa. You didn't mean to kill it.
Just meant to reward it with the BAFTA.
I ran into the flat. I grabbed the BAFTA.
Where is the BAFTA, in fact?
It's on a bookshelf.
Right. On display?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It's
Big
got
head.
lights round it. It's in what I call my me room. I then go outside with the BAFTA. I hold the BAFTA at arm's length, sort of over where the bin bags were. And I drop it.
And you
then
get-
scuttle around the corner.
Do you drop it with the idea of just shoo? That sort of...
Sort of shoo, But maybe I'm entertaining the possibility of injuring it, and I don't like that side of myself.
And by absolute coincidence, it's landed right down on the rat.
Bang.
Wow.
And then there's silence.
Look at you.
Now that's where you're wrong.
Right.
Why?
You get a squeal.
Just a little, I'd like to thank my family, and then it would die.
I know about rats.
So have you killed the rat?
Yeah, my dogs kill rats.
And did it squeal?
Squeal like hell.
Well, dogs are much crueler than BAFTAs.
True or lie?
Ooh, I'm really torn on this one. What do you think, Nick?
No, you attack a rat from a distance. You do not go hunting into your me room looking for something heavy.
You think it's a lie? You're not sure.
I'm utterly confused.
Well, then I'm going to go for lie, but there's a bit of me that just thinks it could be true.
Yeah,
I'll say lie. I'll say lie.
Saying lie?
Yeah.
David, truth or lie?
It is a lie.
Yes, it's a lie. David didn't kill a rat with his BAFTA. You mustn't get obsessed by meaningless awards, as I was telling my children. Oscar, Emmy and Brit only yesterday. Next! That's me. This is the sweatshirt that my wife and I put on together when we are cozying up on a chilly evening. We call it the cuddle jumper.
Demonstration with Nick. Would that be okay?
Can we see a model?
Can you model with Rob the cuddle jumper?
Prefer not to.
Well, yeah. We all prefer not to. That's why I got in quick. Because I know where it was heading. Yeah, you can cuddle with him and you can...
Have to get in there.
Come on, Nick. I know you've not done it before. Think of yourself as a bit of an apprentice with this. There we go. Stick your...
You have to get your arm down. Quite nice, actually.
All right.
You can just sit in my lap then. Right. Who wants to ask first? Both teams.
Nick, how does it feel?
Yeah, that's my phone, by the way.
Hard to describe accurately.
Will you help me and turn this way? Because I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. Our television room is very drafty. So, what are you doing? Whoa, come back. It's very drafty. And we saw this on a shopping channel, and we ordered it for a laugh. And it's actually, I mean, you'd have to admit, it's very cosy.
It's like a ventriloquist dummy now.
I'll tell you what, Orville's let himself go, hasn't he?
So we ordered it, and we don't wear it every night, but we do wear it sometimes.
Is this the position you'll be in, where your wife will be sat
No,
on top?
because we have more than one chair in our television room. So we sit on the sofa
Be
side by
better on
side.
the sofa, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but we haven't got a sofa.
Well, that's a good question. You have more than one chair. Have you got more than one jumper?
It's a cuddle jumper.
Well, why wear jumpers and cuddle up?
Why did you get it in orange?
We wanted that Guantanamo feel, you know?
Do they have pants too?
No.
You could have pants, couldn't you? 3 legs.
Are you suggesting that you lose the pants? Does the design lend itself to intimacy?
Yes.
Not tonight, it doesn't.
Time for a guess. What are you going to say, Lee?
Miranda,
I just really
I want to get in your jumper now.
Rebecca. Rebecca, this does put some pressure on you. So what do you think, Lee?
I don't want to rush it, I'm really cosy.
So what are you saying, truth or lie?
We think it's a try.
It's a try.
Hang on, we have to consult our other team member. Come over here. Do we think it's true or a lie?
I don't know what the question is.
The question is, does he cuddle up to his wife with
In
his
this
jumper?
No.
No.
He's got strong thighs, this boy.
You've got a very bony bum. David, what about you, Rebecca and Jack? What do you think?
I think it might be true.
I think it's true.
In a bizarre,
Quick as you like.
We'll go for true.
You're saying true, and what are you saying?
Oh, I forgot. Let's go back and ask Nick. We said it's a lie.
You're saying it's a lie. Well, I can tell you, it's actually a lie.
Now what do we do?
It's great. There's room for three.
Yes, thank goodness it's a lie. It isn't the sweatshirt that my wife and I put on together when we're cozying up on a chilly evening. And that noise signals time is up, and it's the end of the show. And I can reveal that David's team have 3 points, but Lee has won with 5. But it's not just a team game, and my individual liar of the week is Nick Hewer. Yes, Nick Hewer, who hasn't deceived the public so much since he had a picture taken with Lord Sugar and they both looked the same height. Good night.
And there's more Would I Lie to You here on BBC HD next Friday at the same time. Rebecca Front is back later this evening in Grandma's house at 11:30. After that, Mitchell and Worthington next.
To you, the show that celebrates the dark art of the tall tale. On David Mitchell's team tonight, he's spied on more birds than a teenage Russell Brand. It's the comedian, naturalist and TV presenter Bill Oddie. And one of the country's best-loved comedians who's also had a #1 hit in the charts. Finally, someone I can relate to. It's Frank Skinner! And joining Lee Mack tonight, a comedian who used to have a job in a call centre. She says it wasn't that bad, but the daily 17-hour commute to Mumbai was knackering. Sarah Millican! And a comedian who trained as a chef but had to give it up when he realised he wasn't a rude, cantankerous arse. John Richardson! So we start with round 1, Home Truths, where our panellists each read out a statement from the card in front of them. Now, to make things harder, they've never seen the card before, so they've no idea what they'll be faced with. And it's up to the opposing team to sort the truth from the lies. And Sarah Millican is first tonight. Sarah.
OK. I once wet myself in a car and then blamed it on my friend's dog.
David.
Right. I mean, I'm willing to believe it, I'll say at this point. Why did you wet yourself in a car?
Because I needed a wee in a car.
I've needed a wee in a car. but I've never weed in a car.
I was once stuck in a very long line of traffic trying to get onto the Severn Bridge on the M4, and I let myself go in a 1 litre bottle of Volvic.
I did that on the motorway, and my problem was I was really desperate, and I had a bottle of water, and I had to drink the water. And my body was saying, no more water. So it was a terrible cyclical thing. No sooner I got it down, it was out again. I didn't want to draw attention to myself, because people might pull up either side, and I'd clearly, by my facial expression, be urinating at that.
Please show us that face.
So, I mean, this is obviously just for everyone but me a commonplace occurrence.
Yes.
Basically, lavatories are just for me.
What a great name for your autobiography.
Yeah.
Who did you blame the dog to, if you see what I mean?
To the mechanic when I took it in for a valet.
So, whose car was it?
My car.
Your car? You peed in a car?
Yeah.
Were you in is there a good reason for that? Were you in a traffic jam after a large bottle of Evian?
I was, well, just tap water, probably.
I've never been in a car with a tap, so, you know.
It's a very posh car. Yeah, I was stuck in it.
It's so posh, it's plumbed in. You've actually got gangs of people following it with pipes.
Well, to be fair, if it was plumbed in, I'd have probably had a toilet in there as well.
I've never done this, but is it conceivable? Because as a woman, you don't really have much control over where it's going. But as a man, is it conceivable you could aim it out of the window?
You could, but the speed you were going at would mean it all came straight back in you. So when you got to this mechanic, what did you say? I mean, was the stain so clearly visible?
No, it sunk right in.
Was he a bit confused that the dog was driving?
Because it wasn't on the driver's seat.
You changed seats to
That is dangerous. You change seat in a traffic jam where you're in control of the vehicle.
So you can't buy class, can you?
If I looked in a rear-view mirror, I'd think that passenger looks very, very content considering there's no one driving.
So what are you thinking, David?
What do you think, Mack?
I just think Sarah is the kind of strong, independent woman who would step out of her car, stride to the hard shoulder, and say, just go, and then do it.
Yeah. Phil, do you believe it?
Yes, I think it happened.
Well, you think it's true and you think it's a lie. So I have to decide, which I hate. I think it's true. I
think it's true?
Yeah.
Okay. So in that case, Sarah, truth or lie?
It is, true.
You listen to that computer.
Goodness me.
I was stuck in traffic for 2.5 hours. I was in absolute agony and thought it was the only way out, and it was either that or rupture something, so I just moved across, stripped, weighed, moved across, pulled back up, champion.
Well, there we are. And if you've been affected by any of the issues raised on the show, Frank.
OK. I was once driven to A&E in an ice cream van. In place of a siren, the driver turned on the musical chimes.
What happened to you that involved having to go to A&E?
Well, I was playing rounders, and I ran in between bases, and I sort of went over on my ankle. And it was in Cornwall.
Your ankle?
Yes. That's so far out of place it went. So I'm in real proper agony, like, honestly, I thought I was going to black out, it hurt so much. And somebody phoned an ambulance, and it probably was about 25 minutes, and still no sign. This bloke came over from the ice cream van, and he said, I'll take you to the hospital.
So they're trying to dial the emergency service. Perhaps instead of dialing 999, they press 99. It's easily done. So you've gone over on your ankle, and the ice cream man has seen you from a distance, has he?
We didn't have a car. We all got the train down, so no one had a car with them.
Right.
So this bloke said, I'll give you... And I was just... The idea of getting to somewhere where they could just give me a painkilling injection would have been lovely.
And presumably you didn't get the siren going straight away?
No, it wasn't the siren. It was green sleeves.
Well, green sleeves, but...
Did you give him some money for lost trade?
Oh, no. When you've been a celebrity a bit longer, you'll realise that money is no longer relevant.
Whereabouts in Cornwall were you?
I was in Truro.
I don't understand why you would put the siren on.
I think I said... I did mention to him that I liked music from the Tudor period.
I also don't understand why you were in Truro, because if you didn't drive, you would have got the fast service to Penzance.
Our holiday was a combination of rail travel and taxis, and a little bit of ice cream vans.
So, time for a decision.
What do we think?
I'm not happy with it.
You're not happy with it?
Not happy with it.
You're not having it?
Oh, I think it's true.
I don't want to become Trevor Travel Planner, but if... I mean, a rounders kit is something you throw in the boot of a car. You don't take it on a train.
OK, so you're saying it's true?
I think it's true.
John thinks it's a lie?
Yeah.
We'll say it's a lie, then.
You're going to say it's a lie? OK, Frank, truth or lie?
It is a lie.
Yes, it's a lie. Frank wasn't driven to A&E in an ice cream van. In fact, accidents involving ice cream vans are incredibly rare, yet always result in the tragic loss of hundreds and thousands. Bill, you're next.
Right, OK. I was saved from drowning by a character from the children's show Rainbow.
Wow.
Surprisingly buoyant, you 6-foot felt-covered man.
We don't know he's felt-covered. There was unfelt-covered men as well. People. Human beings, I think.
Jeffrey.
Well, let's not give him any names. Don't help him. Which character? If he says Jeffrey, I'll kill you.
Freddie.
Well, there was a Freddie. There was a Rod, Jane and Freddie.
Rod, Jane and Freddie, yeah.
Yeah, he was the sexier of them.
I was like the pink hippo.
Only one arm, though.
What?
Yeah, George and Zippy had one arm each.
No. Oh, yeah, they did. The other arm was in the mouth, wasn't it?
What are you saying? You say a lot of disgusting things on this show, but now you've gone too far.
So Freddie has saved you from what was it, a pond?
From drowning. A pond?
It was in the sea.
The ocean.
The ocean, OK. Which ocean was it?
It was the Indian Ocean.
Did you get the train there?
Now, the question I want to know is Fred from Rod, Jane and Freddie, is he on holiday with you, or is this an unbelievable coincidence?
It is actually an unbelievable coincidence.
Did he recognise you?
Yes, he did.
You
Yeah,
already?
no, he did know me. I hadn't met or anything like that.
No, but he was aware.
But he was aware that there was somebody in the sea, some way offshore, waving as if to say, I am drowning, I am drowning.
He probably thought you were doing the Funky Gibbon, didn't he?
It might have been pre-Funky Gibbon.
What year was it?
Wow. Surely human beings still lived in the sea.
You're in the sea,
Yes.
and then Rod, Jane and Freddie... Or just Freddie. Is he with Rod and Jane, by the way?
He was with Jane.
Well, Jane and Freddie were a couple, weren't they?
I think there still are a couple.
Did Rod must have felt left out?
He was giving it to Zippy.
Did he cup you in the traditional...
No, he didn't cup me.
I don't mean...
Oh, no.
Did he... Yes. Well, I'm not suggesting he'd arrive before I save you.
So I got pulled in backwards, yes, on my back.
To the shore?
Yes, back to the shore, and it was
Well,
about...
how's he going to be back to the shore? He's not going to take him further out.
You might have been intercepted by a lifeboat.
That was the angriest he has been in 3 series.
Don't come onto this show and soil the seats.
Too late.
So, Bill, he gets you back to the shore. Was that the end of it?
We then exchanged pleasantries and said, you know, what the hell are you doing here? They were on holiday, we were on holiday. Total coincidence.
My query would be this, and it's not train related. If no one else but Freddie was around, how did you not know you were on holiday with Freddie?
It was a very small island. I'll name drop it now. In the Seychelles. Ooh, bit of class.
Will we all get free holidays in the Seychelles now? Said that.
But I will.
I also think the Seychelles sound nice.
I've always adored the island of Mauritius.
Does anybody watching from Alton Towers?
Okay, Lee, time for your decision. What is your laser-like mind telling you?
It's a lie.
Do you?
Yeah, I think it's a lie, because I don't remember any episodes of Rainbow that had Freddie swimming in them, so I'm not sure he could.
I think it's true, but I just have this really sad image of lots of other people watching you drown. Bloody get him in.
OK, John says it's true, Sarah says it's a lie. I'm going to say it's true.
OK.
Very well, the answer is... It's true.
Yes, it's true. Bill was saved from drowning by Freddie from Rainbow. Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. This week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Kathy. Welcome, Kathy. So, John, what is Kathy to you?
This is Kathy, and we crashed into each other while we were both on our driving test.
Sarah, how do you know Kathy?
This is my friend Kathy. We fooled the newspapers into reporting that she'd been left under the spell of a hypnotist at a hen party.
And Lee, what about you?
This is Kathy. She's the hotel receptionist that I had to phone from my room when I found a peacock in my hotel room.
So there we have it. John's pranged motorist, Sarah's newspaper prankster, or Lee's peacock remover. David, where would you like to start?
John, your driving test, how did the crash happen? What manoeuvre were you attempting?
I was pulling out of a junction onto a carriageway, but then I saw a car, so I stopped, and she drove into the back of me.
Basically, two driving tests in convoy, as it were.
Yeah, well, you do the same route from the same driving school, don't you? When you go to get your exam.
Did you fail your test, John?
We both had to have our tests annulled because of the accident.
Annulled?
That usually involves the Pope, doesn't it?
When was this, John?
I just had to renew my licence, so 11 years ago.
11 years ago, OK. Kathy hasn't changed the number in 11 years.
She described it as weird, what had happened, and I remember thinking it wasn't weird. You hit me. So she said we should keep numbers, jokingly, and said, so that we don't get our test on the same day next time. Lol.
Yeah. Did people say lol 11 years ago?
Yeah, it was just coming in then.
Right.
Before we even knew you could write it down.
Yeah. Sarah, why did you, what's the story here? What?
We're disinterested policemen.
I think you mean uninterested policemen. All good policemen are disinterested.
Yes, good point.
Not an amusing point.
But grammatically, an absolute belter.
Yeah.
What's the difference between what does disinterested
Disinterested
mean?
means impartial. Uninterested means bored.
I don't know which one the audience are.
So, please continue.
So, Sarah, you fooled the newspapers about a hypnotist at a hen party.
Fooled the newspapers into reporting that she had fallen under a spell put under by the hypnotist at the hen party.
And what was the nature of the spell? What did Kathy think she was?
Every now and again she would just burst into song as Madonna.
So how did you then fool the paper? Did you just phone them up?
Just phoned them up and told them, and...
They printed it.
They came out and did a photo shoot, the local paper.
Did it end up in any national paper?
Yeah, it ended up in most of the national papers.
Seriously?
Most?
Was Kathy photographed? Was she in the paper looking Madonna-esque?
Yes, she was.
David, are you satisfied with your witness? Would you like to move on?
What about
Lee?
Lee?
You found a peacock in your hotel bed.
Yes, I found a peacock in my hotel room here.
Did they have ornamental grounds?
They had some sort of ornamental grounds to a degree. They definitely had peacocks.
Did you hear the peacock?
I woke up in the morning, it was ground floor, and, you know, like most blokes who sleep on their own hotels, it can get a bit whiffy, all right? So I opened the French doors that were in the room. I opened the French doors. So I go into the swimming pool, which is very near my room. I come back with the dressing gown on. I walk in, and there's a peacock in my room.
Yeah, did he do the thing with his tail?
He saw me, and he sort of went like that, and I think his tail went up a little bit, and then he sort of ran around a bit, and then he sort of got a bit flustered, and I tried to waft him out the door. I was a bit panicking, because I know a peacock doesn't sound very threatening, but it's one of those things that in your room suddenly becomes terrifying.
So, now you've tried to waft the peacock out, and then you ring reception, Kathy answers.
Yes.
What do you say?
I said, this is a bit weird, but there's a peacock in my room. And she said, oh yeah, they do that a lot, believe it or not. And she came round. She sort of just literally sort of was more assertive than me.
She wafted it with a bit more gumption.
Stop saying waft, it was a bit more masculine than that. I said waft once and you haven't let it go, have you?
She used the pillow, made a few noises, and the peacock went out.
The peacock went out, and then she even shut the doors for me. I was like, I could have done that.
It was a takeover bid by the peacocks to distract Kathy. When she got back to reception, 50 peacocks. She's at our hotel now.
I just think a receptionist would phone someone else, another member of staff, to deal with.
It wasn't a big 5-star hotel. It was a sort of, you know, I don't know what star it was, but it was a sort of, it was more casual, the hotel, than you're imagining.
No. Peacocks are in very posh places and very formal places.
Very rural places, generally.
No. It's not like you don't farm peacocks.
Yes, you do. People do farm peacocks.
Okay, yes. This countryside is covered in massive flocks of peacocks.
No, but they do farm
peacock milk we endlessly drink. There's nothing more informal and laid back and basically hippie-ish than those hotels with peacocks milling around. In and out of the rooms, and the occasional panicky comedian won't join in, won't pal up with the peacock.
Say it, go on, I don't want to say it.
Tries to waft the peacock. And the only member of staff in the hotel has to come and make noises with the pillow.
Do you know what?
And apologise to the peacock later and say, we won't let him stay here again. He's all stuck up.
So, we need an answer. David's team. Is Kathy John's unfortunate learner driver, Sarah's hypnotised hoaxer, or Lee's receptionist to the rescue?
Well, you see, if we take Kathy, though, as the core of this whole thing, I think Kathy looks too alternative and cool to work in a small, anonymous hotel.
Do you know what I'd say to that, Frank? Have you ever noticed sometimes you're talking to the receptionist at a hotel and they seem one thing, and you see them in the local pub later that night, and they can be quite punky. Right, David, decision time. What are you going to say?
Bill, what do you think?
I would think that it could be the peacock rescue.
I can see her doing all the moves for Madonna. I can see her with 3 muscular black men behind her doing a synchronised dance.
So can she, by the look of it.
I think it's Sarah's. I think it's a local paper scam.
I think the local, that's what you're going for?
Yeah.
OK. Kathy, would you please reveal your true identity?
Hi, I'm Kathy, and together, Sarah and I filled the local papers with our fake hypnotism story.
Wow. It was in the national press, it went in the Star and the Express, but it was biggest news on the Shields Gazette, where it was front page news. There it is. Thank you very much, Kathy. Which brings us to our final round, quickfire lies, in which our panellists lie not only through their teeth but against the clock. First off is... it's Lee.
When I'm at home, I amuse myself by shaving only half my face and doing that thing where you have a conversation between two people.
What are the characters of the shaved Lee, unshaven Lee?
I'll often do a sailor because that suits the look of the longer beard.
Could we have a little bit of sailor?
Looks like you shaved half your beard off again.
Hang on, that doesn't make sense because it doesn't. It looks like he's got the complete beard.
No. He's got the beard and he's talking to the man.
To the other person, yes.
Looks like you shaved off your beard off again.
Yeah, but the other person looks like
the
he's...
little boy looks up and goes, I couldn't help it, I had to, because I was feeling a bit hairy.
That doesn't make any sense because the other one looks like he's completely shaved his beard.
No, sorry. I've shaved half the beard.
Yes, I know.
The one with the beard is the sailor with the beard.
Looks like you've shaved off your...
Meaning him.
half your beard off.
The other
to the other one, who's then sort of going, yes, I did. Yes, I did, you shaved half it off. But it doesn't look like they've shaved half it off. It just looks... They shaved it all. They shaved it all off.
No, you're wrong. No. I've shaved it all wrong, David. Wrong. I'll do it again. Right, man with half a beard. Yeah. You look like you shaved...
No, the character you're playing.
Wait, man, let me finish.
Okay.
Looks like you shaved off your beard off again.
Okay.
Yes, I had to, but you should see the other side. Look, it's still there. And then the other fellow goes, I'm just as bad as you. Look. If you let the story finish, you know I'm using it up.
Why did you say half in the first remark? It looks like you shaved your beard off again. Should be shave your whole beard off again. And he's going, yes, I know, but then let me show you more fully. Like you did.
I didn't say it like a red boy.
Coincidence, because I too am a cock.
You know what? The kids just laugh and clap.
Right, David, time for a decision.
Well, I think we think it's a lie, don't we?
I think so, yes.
Yeah. Definitely a lie.
Saying it's a lie. Okay.
Yeah.
Lee, is it the truth or were you telling a lie?
It is, in fact, true.
Yes, it's true. Lee does amuse himself by shaving only half of his face and pretending to have a conversation between two people. John.
Possession.
Right, there's a box under your desk. John, would you bring the box up, please?
This is the emergency kit that I keep in my car at all times.
Okay.
Well, not at all times, obviously. It's here. Lie!
Next. John, will you take it out of the box and put it on the desk there?
What would have been brilliant then if he'd have took his car out?
Can we investigate it?
Yes,
Do you want to?
Spotty
I'd
Mack.
quite like to. I'll be very careful with it.
Are you going to bring it back?
Yeah.
I'll be careful. There we go. Thank you.
Oh, I've never given another man my box before.
Okay.
I have, it's quite nice.
There's a mug, spotted mug.
Yeah, well spotted.
Yes, here's options, Belgian chocolate.
Bill, sorry, can you be careful with that? That's his mother's ashes.
Chocolatey ashes.
And here a little bottle of
some red wine.
Can I just say this is like the most boring version of the generation.
Oh, the best ready, steady cook ever.
It's a sort of a post-nuclear deal or no deal.
Right, okay, so take us through why you've got these items.
Well, I'm on the road a lot, and I like food and alcohol. So I make sure I have some in case I have an unexpected overnight stay.
I love how seriously Bill and Frank are studying the product.
This has got a very curious marking on it. It's a circle and a pregnant woman and a line going across it. What's that got to do?
That suggests to me that they don't advise that pregnant women drink.
It's hardly hieroglyphics, Bill, is it?
I tell you what, if I found this in a car, I'd assume it was the flight recorder.
David, time to guess.
I think it's nonsense. So we having to say it's nonsense?
You're all saying it's a lie.
Yeah.
Okay, John, were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie?
It is true.
And I should say, if you're thinking of compiling an emergency car kit of your own, both Would I Lie to You and the BBC would like to point out that other brands are available. And that noise signals time is up and it's the end of the show, and I can reveal that tonight's winners by a massive 7 points to 3, Lee's team. But, of course, it's not just a team game, and my individual liar of the week is Sarah Millican. Yes, Sarah Millican. Sarah hasn't lied so much since her first day on Loose Women, when she told her co-hosts, honestly, I can't smell gin. Good night.
Nina Conti and Bill Bailey join Stephen Fry for QI over on BBC Two now. And here on BBC One, Anna Friel has a hair-raising welcome at the airport. Come fly with me at 10:35. That's after the news. Next.
Welcome to Would I Lie to You, the show where lying is the order of the day. On Lee's team tonight, it's an actress who's well used to lying. How else could she convince the nation she enjoyed kissing Sid Owen? It's Patsy Palmer! And an actor who, after starring in the movie In the Loop, is now on first-name terms with James Gandolfini. Unfortunately, James thinks he's called Steve and works in the props department. It's Chris Addison! And on David's team tonight, we have a comedian with the looks of a Greek god and the morals of a Greek waiter. It's John Bishop! And, you know, I've had the honour of working with some great comic actresses in my time. But putting that to one side, here's half of Gavin and Stacey. It's Joanna Page! So, to round one, Home Truths, where our panellists each read out a statement from the card in front of them. To make things harder, they've never seen the card before, so they've no idea what they'll be faced with. And it's up to the opposing team to sort the truth from the tosh. Patsy, you're first. Please reveal all.
I got Wella the dog drunk on the set of EastEnders.
David's team. Is she telling the truth?
Right, what was the...
What's EastEnders?
Thank you. Excellent. What's the alcohol in question? What were you... Vodka.
How much vodka?
It was just, you know, like a small glass.
That's small, is it?
Small glass of vodka.
So the glass, it was one of those small, round, like, flat-bottom little glasses.
Just a glass, basically. You just described a glass.
How did you get it in his mouth?
No, I didn't put it in his mouth. We put it in his bowl. But
He thought it was water?
Yeah.
How far through it did he get before he realised it wasn't
the whole
water?
bowl.
I would have thought at some point in the drinking process, as a dog, you're going to go, something here is different.
If you're a dog and you're used to drinking water, and then you smell your bowl, it's full of vodka, you think, well, this smells like a girl from Birmingham. It's clearly not water.
Smell, that's it. That's what dogs do all the time.
Exactly.
Why have you got a bottle of vodka on the set of EastEnders?
No, we didn't have a bottle of vodka. We just had a glass of vodka. It's not anymore, but when we first started working there, all of the bottles of drink in the pub were real alcohol.
That strikes me as a flawed policy.
Not then. Now you couldn't have it, health and safety, but then there was real drink in the pub.
Is that why Den was so dirty? Because everyone was just pissed.
Vodka sufficiently diluted with the water that the dog doesn't notice. And
Yeah.
presumably the whole place is sticky of booze anyway, with all the pissed-up actors forgetting their lines.
Just noticed that he went a little bit funny and he laid down. It wasn't like he was like punching people in the face. You know, he did get really worried because he kind of did lay down. He was very quiet, and a bit like when he died. So we knew he could do that.
I gotta be honest, I think it's true, because it's the sort of thing I'd do. See what happens.
So what are you going to say?
Do you think it's...
I think if you haven't at some point tried to make a dog drunk, you're not normal.
I think we think that almost anyone, given enough time sitting in the same room with some vodka and a dog, will either put the vodka in the dog or the other way round. So we're saying true, I think.
Yeah, saying it's true. Yeah. OK, Patsy Palmer, is it the truth or is it a lie?
It's a lie.
It is a big, big lie. Patsy did not get Wellard the dog drunk on the set of EastEnders. Of course, Bianca was there when Wellard was put to sleep after eating a chocolate. She held him in her arms, sobbing as he died. And Patsy, they don't give Oscars for soap operas, but if they did, they'd have given one to Wellard, wouldn't they? Joanna, you're next.
I recite my times tables every night before bed.
Why?
Because I've always been rubbish at maths. It just doesn't go in my head. My brain doesn't compute that way. And I can learn loads and loads of lines if I'm acting, but I've never been able to get my times tables in. And I thought, before I die, I want to be able to do my times tables. And also, when you go to a sale and you go shopping, when it says 75% off a dress or 40%, I can't work that out. I know it's thick and I feel embarrassed because I'm sitting next to you and you've got a degree.
I'm a famous mathematician. I'm actually, my secret identity is percentage man.
I don't want to die and not be able to do my times tables.
Could you recite them now, then?
Before I go to bed, my husband lies next to me and I say, I do them, and then I say,
It's nice to see the romance, isn't it? I tell you what, dear, it's cold in the valleys, isn't it? Don't worry, I've got a game that'll cheer us up. What do you start? What's the first one? It's not your 2 times table, is it?
Yeah,
oh
it is.
My
I've gone as far as about my 6, and I get to 7. Don't go in.
What's 7 times 5?
I'm gonna. Oh God, this is so embarrassing.
35.
35. That is why I'm doing it. That's why I'm learning it.
Yeah, but you might have dyscalculus like me, so you're not thick.
Have what?
Dyscalculus, same as dyslexia, so that's what I've got.
Oh, yeah, right.
That is.
I've got shorterless.
Well, that's true.
Don't you come round here giving it any of that, sweetheart. You'll be barred from this bloody pub, all right?
But that is true, you might have that. You're not thick.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
any kids watching, you're not thick if you can't add up.
Well, you're a bit thick, aren't you?
Well, I mean, it's a bit late, isn't it?
You're not bright, let's put it like that.
Do you do it every single night without fail? Even if you come in really pissed, you still do it? You're getting on the times table?
Yeah, I still try to do it, yeah.
How about if there's a dress for 80 quid and it says 50% off, will you struggle?
Right, well, this is right. No, that would be £40, wouldn't it? But I've got to check with you when I say it. I can't just say straight off.
What I often find, actually, is in shops, when they take a percentage off the original price, they will also tell you the subsequent price. It's quite a minority of shops make you work it out. If you get it wrong, that's what you pay. Even if it's less than they wanted to charge. They go, I hope we don't get one of those dyscalculus people in. I thought it was 50p. Had to sell it to me.
So, Lee, what are you going to say? Is she telling the
What
truth?
have you cracked? Which one do you think you've...
I've cracked 1, 2, 3,
What?
4, 5, 6.
You mean you've learned how to count? Okay, you cracked the ones, the twos.
And I cracked 7 the other night.
Right, give us the 7 times table.
But I can't do it now, I can't remember it. 1, 7 is 7. Oh, foul, this is like my worst nightmare. 1, 7 is 7, 2, 7 to 14, 3, 7 to 21, 4, 7 to 28, 5 7s, now this is where it all fell. 5 7s to 35, 6 7s to 42, 7 7s to 40, right, this is 49, 8 7s to 54, 52, 56,
Okay.
what was that, 9 7s to 56, 10 7s to 70, 11 7s to 77, 12 7s to 84, 89, 92.
Right, so.
I think this could be a cracking new round.
Lee, is it the truth?
I think it's a lie.
Why do you think it's a lie?
Why would anybody do that at night? That's the last thing you need before you go to bed.
I think it's true.
Patsy thinks it's true.
Patsy's going to stick on true.
We'll go with Patsy, though.
All right, then, so, Joe, truth or lie?
That is true.
Yes, it's true. Actually, Joe, I've got a mental arithmetic problem for you. If you take one husband and recite multiplication tables at him 7 nights a week, how many divorce lawyers will he need? John, you're next.
I had a job where we started each day with a motivational song.
Lee's team.
What was this job?
Don't give him time to think of the song.
The job was selling vacuum cleaners.
What was the song?
There was a few songs.
What's your favourite?
My favourite one was we sell KB cleaners, we sell KB cleaners. So we sell KB.
Was it on the phone? Was it in a shop?
No, it was door to door. Vacuum cleaner selling.
Door-to-door vacuum. What year was this? 1946?
Where was it? This would have been one of my first jobs when I left school, so it would have been in the 80s.
What was your other song? You said you had a few.
Oh, it was a long time ago, but...
we're fine, we got all
what
night.
used to happen is you used to go in, there was always a fight on a Monday morning for the tambourine, and then the boss would say, here's the songs for today, and there'd be like 3 or 4 songs. And we'd have to sing the songs, and then we'd have to face the window and throw all our negative thoughts out the window so we could go on the shot. So we used to sing.
Why don't you just hoover them up, the negative thoughts?
Did you get commission on like how many hoovers you sold?
Yeah. No, you know you see those adverts in the paper and it'll be like, are you sad and lonely? I used to be like that, but now I've got a speedboat, 2 girlfriends at a house in France. If you want to be like me, phone Chaz after 7. It was one of those.
Well, I did work for a sales company when I was 16, but they used to give us a bottle of wine and a packet of Pro Plus every morning to motivate us, so they do.
Wine and Pro Plus? Whoa, you were pissed and on drugs selling life insurance.
That's what they did, so you never know.
What do we
so
think?
You don't know.
I think he's lying. I think he's lying. Patsy?
Let's say lie.
All right, you're saying lie.
The team says a lie.
You're saying lie. OK, so, John Bishop, were you telling the truth just then, or were you in fact telling a lie?
I was telling the truth.
Yes, it was true. Which means at the end of that round, it's Lee in the lead by 3 points to 2. Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. Now, this week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So, please welcome this week's special guest, Mark. Welcome, Mark. So, first off, Patsy, what is Mark to you?
This is Mark, and he is currently teaching me to swim to overcome my fear of the water.
Right. Lee?
This is Mark, and he started the pub darts team that I play in, but I had to ask him to leave because he was so bad.
Right, so finally, Chris, your relationship with Mark.
This is Mark. He is my next-door neighbour. He lost a bet of £200 that In the Loop would win an Oscar, so I gave him my wheelbarrow.
Right, well, there we are. What could be simpler? Patsy's swimming teacher who cured her fear of water, Lee's sacked darts teammate, or Chris's neighbour who likes a bet. David's team, where would you like to start?
Darts. How can anyone be bad at darts?
What sort of standard of darts playing are you expecting in this team?
2 out of 3 darts in the board would have been good sufficient.
What did you say to him to check him out?
Patsy, can you be Mark?
Yeah.
This might involve acting, but just go with it. Mark? That's you. Yeah, you're Mark. You know this whole darts thing?
Yeah.
And you keep missing the board? Mark, look at me when I'm talking to you, Mark. We don't like the fact that you keep trying to get the dog drunk, and also we were going to have to let you go because unfortunately you keep missing the board.
I cannot imagine you would say that to him. There's not a chance you're going to say, listen, mate, you set up the dance scene, but Big Lee Mack's in the room, get off.
Also, look, how seriously did you take this darts
I take
team?
darts very seriously.
Do you?
Ask me any checkout.
I don't know what that means.
All right, 151.
Oh, well, that's your classic treble 20, treble 17 tops.
Don't know whether that's true or not, but of course. Then 164.
Oh, that'll be treble 20, treble 18 bull.
18.
I don't know how...
Bull. What's bull? 180.
You work that out.
He's getting them right. He's getting them.
Is he getting the numbers right? Right.
Just say 180 again, Joe.
180.
I feel like we've just engaged with foreplay. That's all right.
I know.
She's met 180. We're on for a good one.
Wait till I get to 69.
Did he set up another team? Did he just walk away and say, I'll give up darts because Lee's...
He struggled to set up the other team, apparently, because he was going round saying, I'd like to set up a darts team. Have you had any experience? Well, I just recently left one because I was thrown out because I was terrible.
Sorry, that's not the usual next question when somebody says, I'm thinking of setting up a darts team. Have you had an experience? You're either someone interested in playing a bit of recreational darts or not. You're not going to sort of go, have you had much experience? I don't know, I'm a busy man. I want to play in a high-level darts team.
It's a serious sport!
David, do you want to move on?
Yes, OK. Well, Chris, why did you feel the need, when your next-door neighbour had bet some money on a film you were involved in winning an Oscar, why did you think you needed to make up the loss for him with the gift of a wheelbarrow?
I live in a terrace house, and the houses next door to me are flats. It's a communal garden, and Mark is the only one who ever bothers to look after them. Mark's never seen the film, but he went to the bookies, put 200 quid on it, and lost it. In the conversation that we were discussing it came up that he needed a wheelbarrow, and I felt bad because he'd sort of staked it because
so
it's
if
me.
he just said I could do with a leg over, you'd have said, well, there's me missus. You know what I mean? I feel really bad about the bet.
No, John. No, I wouldn't. I don't know how things work where you live, but wheelbarrows and women are not the same thing where I'm from.
You may well have given the wheelbarrow to assist him in cleaning up the communal gardens, but surely you didn't give him the wheelbarrow as compensation for your film not winning the Oscar.
I'd sort of intended to offer that he might borrow it. It kind of got out of hand.
OK, now, Patsy, you have a fear of water, is that right?
I did.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you had this all your life, or was there some harrowing experience you could amuse people
Yeah, I
with?
think so, but I didn't really know that I had it.
Right.
How did you not know you were scared of what surrounds us?
Because I've always swam, but I just
You swam, but you didn't know you were shitting yourself.
You wouldn't refuse to swim?
No, I swam.
So why
we
did
had
you...
to swim when we were kids. We just used to get put in. It was freezing cold. Don't you remember when the teachers used to make you get in? And that was worse then because it was freezing cold. Kids would be crying, swimming, but they did actually make you get in.
Sounds like you're talking about Dunkirk. So you already could swim before you encountered Mark to teach you to swim?
Yeah.
Right.
How was your first lesson? When Mark said, right, let's have a go at the water, and you did 20 lengths. What did he say after that?
I didn't do 20 lengths.
So you decided you're going to have some lessons in order to improve the efficiency of your swimming, and then you get into the water and you realise, oh my God, I hate it here. This has been the problem. It wasn't the efficiency of my kicking and arms, it was that I hated it.
No, I just realised that I was actually quite scared of water. That's why I don't swim very well.
But you know
I don't breathe underwater.
None of us breathe underwater. I mean, that's a standard human thing.
No, you can breathe underwater.
No, you can't.
This should have been left in number 1. This is basic stuff, telling them this. Just because I play out the darts team and you're looking for a new career, telling people they can breathe underwater.
Right, David. we need an answer.
Lee gives every impression of knowing a bit about darts, but then I'm perhaps not the best person to scrutinise that.
He knows his darts, that doesn't mean that story's true.
I believe Chris, because of the wheelbarrow, or I believe Patsy, because Mark looks quite built.
So what are you going to say then, David? Who are you going to go for?
I'll go with Patsy.
Yeah, I
think Patsy, yeah.
So, you're saying Patsy's swimming instructor. Mark, would you like to reveal your true identity?
I am Patsy's swimming instructor, and I helped her get over her fear of water.
So, Mark, the first thing I want to clear up is this thing of telling her that it is possible to breathe underwater.
That's not quite true. She does very good front crawl.
Really?
Good breathing technique, and breathes out underwater, doesn't breathe in.
Thank you. Thank you.
Which brings us to our final round, quick-fire lies, in which our panellists lie not only through their teeth, but also against the clock. And again, they don't know whether they're about to read out a true fact about themselves or a made-up lie that they've never seen before. And we're starting with... David.
Possession.
Now, take out a small box underneath the desk there. Have a look inside and show us what's there.
Smooth bit.
This is my special travel dressing gown.
It is true. We need to hear no more, David. It is true.
I'm contractually obliged to finish the card. It's the one item I always pack when I go on holiday.
Could you, first things first, could we have the full modelling of the dressing gown, please?
Give us a nice twirl.
Oh. Can we smell it?
I think you should come out here, David. Enjoy the space. Well, he's having trouble putting it on. It's,
Well, he's not abroad, he's confused.
Have you forgotten the cord?
The cord is missing.
Just hold it as though it were done up so we get a proper idea.
Do you mind smoking a pipe and solve a crime?
Oh, I'd love that.
Can I ask, Dave, where did you get it from?
1924.
I think it's from Marks and Spencer's.
Is it? What did you say it's my special travel dressing gown?
Yes. I don't know if travel dressing gown is a technical term, but I have two dressing gowns. This is one. The other is a thicker toweling dressing gown, which takes up more space in a suitcase.
Do you take pyjamas? Do you wear anything under it? Or...
Yes, I usually...
I feel sick.
What I don't do is I don't tend to wear it over, like normal clothes like this.
This is like the worst sexy chat line I've ever read over in my life. I'm naked under here.
To be honest, Lee, I don't know why you come into so many encounters with me expecting arousal.
Does that go with you at any trip or certain trips?
No, only if I'm going to stay the night somewhere.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. I didn't think you were walking around Dixon's in it.
I'd like you to take a guess, please. Is he telling the truth or is he constructing a lie?
Patsy?
True.
Do you think it's true?
Yeah.
Chris?
Based on the design of the dressing gown and his demeanour, I think they fit.
So, Lee, what's it going to be?
I'll go with my team. So
You're going to say it's true.
Yeah.
David Mitchell, is it true or is it a lie?
It is true.
Yes, it's true. That is David's special dressing gown.
It's just a dressing gown. That's not my special dressing gown. Like, I think it's got a personality.
It's David's special dressing gown.
You are never going to get away from that now. Everyone who sees this show will look at you and see that forever.
Basically, my entire image has been destroyed by this show. I was like a cool guy who's into music and modern art before this show, before all the stuff about dressing as an 18th century nobleman and having a little bell came out. The travel dressing gown is just the tip of the iceberg.
So, just so we're in no doubt, that is David's special dressing gown. Next. Lee.
I once lost a game of swing ball to a chimpanzee.
David's team.
OK.
Why were you with the chimpanzee?
I was visiting a zoo in South Africa, and the trick that the chimpanzee could do was play swing ball. And we all took it in turns to have a go, and I'd had a few to drink, and he beat me.
What time of day was this?
Time of day?
Yes,
Before the monkey's bedtime.
Are you refusing to answer?
I'm not refusing, but I'm thinking about it for a while, because I don't know if you mean South African time or English time. It's very similar, but I think there's an hour's difference. Do you mean the South African time?
I mean the South African, local time.
The local time. I believe... sorry, you've thrown me a bit, because most times I tell people
Local time at the zoo on the occasion of your match.
I've been using this, I can't lie, over the years I've been using this anecdote at the darts and things. Oh, did I ever tell you, lads, about the time I played swing ball with a chimpanzee? No one's ever said, what time of day was this? It threw me for a second. Most people go, chimpanzee swing ball? Tell us more, you interesting person.
I suppose what's different is that when you tell that as an anecdote in the pub, people go, it's polite to go along with the bullshit that Lee talks.
Why were you in South Africa?
Don't tell me the time of day.
The time of day.
Make up a time of day.
I couldn't beat a chimpanzee at swing ball because I was drunk. How am I going to remember the time of day? I'm terrible at this, and this at only 2:45.
What I'm trying to get at is why were you going round a zoo pissed? It's not a usual post-pub trip. Let's have a few jars. I'll tell you what, I fancy a trip round the zoo. Around about 1 in the morning, they get the chimp out, and the chimp takes people on a swing ball. The chimp likes nothing more than a load of pissed contestants.
We don't all go to the British Museum for stag weekends.
But zoos aren't open after the pub.
It was afternoon, we've been drinking since the morning.
You had a boozy lunch.
We'd had a boozy morning. We started at 11. Arrest me.
Right.
Why didn't you go and see, some strippers? Wouldn't a load of men go,
we were that drunk, we thought we were.
Let's go and see some monkeys.
We thought, this is the rubbish pole dancing club. That pole dance hasn't got any tits, she hasn't shaved for ages. It was awful. I'm not going to lie. We were about to walk out. Then someone said, no, it's a swing ball playing chimpanzee. I came up. Is it not what we thought? I wonder why she wasn't letting me put 10 quid in her bra.
David, before someone phones the RSPCA...
It was a consenting chimpanzee. It wasn't forced.
I don't think he'd said, look, I quite like it here at the zoo, but really what would make it peachy is if I could take on some of the visitors, ideally at swing ball, badminton at a push. I don't think that happened.
Well, he had no choice.
He had no choice. That's my point. Right. Is it the truth or is it a lie?
I thought it was a lie. Right. But it seems the sort of thing he'd do.
I think it's a lie, but I'm happy to be...
Yeah, I'll go with lie.
We'll go with lie.
You all say it's a lie?
Yeah.
All right. Lee, truth or lie?
It is, in fact, a lie.
Yes, it is a lie. Lee has never lost a game of swing ball to a chimpanzee. For the record, it was Scrabble. That noise signals time's up, and it's the end of the show. And I can reveal that David's team have 5 points, but Victor's with 7 are Lee's team. But of course, it's not just a team game, and my individual lie of the week is Joanna Page! Yes. Joanna Page. And let me assure you that that's not favouritism because she's Welsh. Da iawn, Jo, croes i mynd allan awr I fi ddod yn gyrnith yn awr I fi.
No, es i'r clwb iau gyda ffrindiau neithiwr.
Good night. welcome to Would I Lie to You, the show where for a full half hour it's fine to fib. On Lee Mack's team tonight, a breakfast TV presenter who appeared on Strictly and suffered a serious ankle injury. Although in my view, not serious enough. It's Bill Turnbull! And I'm not saying he's camp, but if Glee did a Mamma Mia special starring poodles wearing spandex, I imagine he'd watch it in leg warmers. From Pineapple Dance Studios, Louis Spence! And joining David Mitchell tonight, an Irish comedian who came to England to find his fortune, or failing that, any loose change, it's David O'Doherty. In Doc Martin, she played a doctor's receptionist who was rude and stupid. Or to put it another way, she played a doctor's receptionist. Star of The Old Guys and the IT Crowd is Catherine Parkinson. Right, we'll begin with round one, Home Truths, where our panellists each read out a statement from the card in front of them. To make things harder, they've never seen the card before, so they've no idea what they'll be faced with. And it's up to the opposing team to separate the truth from the lies. Catherine, you are first tonight. Would you reveal all?
I was so sure that wombles were real, I used one as an example of a mammal in a GCSE biology exam.
How could it be true? How could it be true?
Well, which one did you draw? What did he look like?
I didn't draw anything that wasn't in the question.
You took in the
question was give an example of a mammal.
Oh, you used it, just wrote it down.
Give 3 examples of mammals, and I said bear, because that's an obvious one.
Yeah.
Whale, bit less obvious, clever. And womble was my 3rd example.
How old were you at the time?
15.
What are you looking at David for?
Let's remind ourselves what the wombles looked like. We've got Uncle Bulgaria, yeah. He was like the Don Corleone of the family.
What grade did you get then?
A.
You got A's, even though you think womble's a mammal.
I should make it clear that I didn't think the children's programme was a documentary. I thought the children's programme, That Womble, was based on a real mammal.
For example, a bear is a real mammal, but Yogi Bear isn't a fair representation.
You're telling me for a GCSE at age 15, the question was give 3 examples of a mammal?
Look, this isn't the end of a game show. It's not like, and this one's for the GCSE. There were lots of questions.
But surely the question in a GCSE at 15 wouldn't be give us an example of 3 mammals. It's a bit of a basic question.
Why do you think that is so easy?
It's quite
you are such an intellectual snob.
That's my role on the show.
I'm sorry, you could have said cat, dog.
That's what.
Any number.
Are you stuck for the 3rd one? I know what you're saying. You could say that you knew that they were fictional, but based on a real animal called the womble.
I thought that maybe it was based on the fact that in real life they made their burrows from like condoms and
reality, of course, most creatures perish because of litter, things that the everyday folk leave behind. So in a way, the wombles did a lot of bad.
Are you saying that the wombles message encouraged people to litter?
Yes.
People sort of said, well, maybe I was going to throw this away properly, but maybe the wombles can make an extension out of it.
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying.
I mean, people do dress dogs up like that these days, and so you couldn't be sure whether they're possibly just trained wombles.
Yeah. In the story, the wombles that wasn't just poor old bewildered womble, but someone's put some glasses on him. He's put his own glasses. He's gone to the womble optician and said, could you fashion me some reading glasses out of some stuff that the everyday folk have left around? And they've done that.
Right. That's actually not true. He found the glasses. He found
glasses of exactly the right prescription.
Possibly on, evidence that it was the right prescription.
There was an episode, wasn't there, when an old man had died on Wimbledon Common, and immediately the wombles are on him. Taking everything, his medals, his gold watch, his glasses, his shoes, and there he is naked. So no dignity if the wombles are around. It's a brilliant programme.
do we think, Bill?
I think it would be an insult to Catherine's intelligence to believe that she wrote that down in an exam. I don't believe it.
You don't? You see, Go on, what do you think, then?
No, I don't believe it.
Why?
No. Because I don't. Because I think that she seems better educated than that. I mean, I got kicked out of school at 15 and...
Why?
Because I wasn't very educated and I didn't really know anything. I couldn't spell or read. I was doing high kicks and back flips all the time. They got bored of me.
What did you do when you were expelled? Did you just run out into the street singing and dancing and going, I don't need this?
Yeah. I don't need this. I don't want this. I can spell. I can do what? Head roll, head roll, head roll. Boom, boom.
I would say that in the history of this programme, we have never had two such opposing... Bill and Luke.
Well, there we are. It's time, Lee, to make a decision. Which way are you going to go, Lee?
OK, I'll go with my team and say that it's not true. Even though my gut is screaming it's true, I will go with my team and say it's a lie.
OK. Catherine, is it a lie or is it true?
It is, in fact, true.
Yes, it's true. Catherine did use a womble as an example of a mammal in her GCSE biology exams. Right, David O'Doherty, you're next.
I am currently seeing a hypnotist to cure me of my compulsion to visit hypnotists.
Well, I don't think this is going to take too long. How long have you had a compulsion to see hypnotists?
Well, it started off, I had a fear of heights, and I visited a lot of different practitioners. It is a serious enough thing. I mean, it's unusual to be this high. And yeah, I tried hypnosis, and then I seemed to be getting something temporary from it, so then I ended up visiting a lot more hypnotists.
What were you getting temporary from it?
I was getting some relief from it for a while.
From your fear of heights?
Yeah.
So you're now relieved of that at this point. Why would you go back?
Oh, because then the relief is temporary, so I ended up going back and then I ended up getting really addicted to visiting different hypnotists.
What do they do?
Normally they just put me under for a minute.
Put under
then
what? Water?
They make me, it's serious, they make me lie on the ground.
So they make you lie on the ground? How's that going to cure your fear of heights? Surely they should make you lie on top of the cupboard.
Well, I am knocked out during this, and then when I wake up, they put me on top of something high.
Oh, all right. So how many different hypnotists have you seen?
I don't know, it's into the hundreds at this point. It was costing, most of my income was going on it. I mean, I would do, whatever money I could get was just going straight into hypnosis then.
How long have you been seeing the one you've been seeing now for to get you off being seen the hypnotist?
Well, this one about 2 years now. I mean,
so the man you've been seeing for the last 2 years has been specifically for the problem that you want to stop seeing hypnotists. Not for the height thing anymore. Just I'm addicted to hypnotists. I need to stop. That's what you're seeing him for.
Yeah.
And you've been seeing him for 2 years.
We're nearly out of the woods.
Do they ever touch you in any way?
Generally, the sort of severe vertigo hypnosis I get doesn't involve physical contact, but it does involve being winched up.
Winched up?
Well, winched up to get the height, so then when you come around, you're at a height and you think this is normal.
When he puts you under...
Well, this is going back when I had the serious problem.
Yeah. Well, let's go back to that problem. That interests me, the winching up. So they put you out and then you're gone. Do you remember do you wake up and go...
No, you're gone. You put on a sort of Velcro suit at the start, and then...
Saying.
No, it's like I'm gone, and then it's come down from up there on top of the cupboard.
So they winch you up, and then winch you down onto the cupboard.
Now I can get down because I've been hypnotised.
So, but you've been winched up to go on top of the cupboard
while I'm under.
Yeah. So he winches you up, then slightly nudges you over the cupboard and winches you down again. Why does he have to put you on the cupboard? Why does he just winch you up and keep you winched? What's the advantage of being on the cupboard over being winched up? Have you got a fear of being up high on cupboards? What's the name of the hypnotist you're seeing?
Dr. Spanks.
Never before. You're doing really well. written, so you don't know how it's going to end. It's never happened before with just 2 words, doctor and spank.
It's German!
Oh no! It's German, yeah?
German.
It's very emotional.
What do you think, Lee? It's a tricky one.
Well, it's a tough one.
I'm going with you on this one.
What do you think?
Even if I believed everything else, I've never met anybody German called Spanks.
It's S-E-E umlaut. G-H-N-K-S.
You've just ruined it.
That would ruin this.
Because there is never an umlaut on an E.
There's never a man being velcroed and winched up. That's the bit you want to be focusing on, not the spelling of his surname.
So, Lee.
I say it's a lie, then.
He's saying it's a lie. David O'Doherty, was that fantastic tale the truth, or was it a lie?
Incredible as it seems, that is a lie.
Yes, unsurprisingly, it's a lie. David isn't seeing a hypnotist to cure him of a compulsion to visit hypnotists. I went to see a hypnotist once. All the time he was saying, look into my eyes, sorry, not hypnotist, optician. And at the end of that round, the scores are tied. Our next round is called This Is Mine, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. This week, each of David's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to Lee's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, it's Mark. Right, we'll start with you, David O'Doherty. What is Mark to you?
Well, this is Mark, and together we started a lost animals detective agency.
So there we have it. David's animal detective. What about you, Catherine? What's your connection to Mark?
This is Mark. He is my recycling man, and last year he put a note through my door saying he thought we were eating too many takeaways.
Right, Catherine's healthy eating recycling man. David Mitchell, your relationship with Mark?
This is Mark. He saved me from choking in Argos after
David, you haven't even heard of Argos.
He saved me from choking in Argos after I swallowed one of their little pens.
There we have it.
I would like to know precisely what is implausible about that.
So there we have it. David O'Doherty's private eye for pets, Catherine's judgmental bin man, or David's high street hero. Lee's team, where to begin?
Well, let's start with Catherine. How many takeaways were you eating?
Chinese, Thai, and pizzas.
Yeah, that's the first night. What about the second night?
Indians. I wasn't having takeaways every night. This is why I personally think it was a very rude thing to do. I mean, apart from the fact that it's none of this man's business, who I don't know. He's basically my staff.
How often does your staff turn up to take away the refuse?
God, I don't. My husband deals with all the rubbish and stuff.
Yeah, I don't quite know what that means. I mean, he doesn't deal with booking them, does he? They just come every week.
He puts the rubbish out, Lee.
You still might know how often they come.
I accept that, but you said your husband deals with it, whatever that means. It means he's the one. And in my family,
your wife
Mrs.
does
Bryden
it,
is happy for me to put the rubbish out. I do it
Really?
every Thursday
Do you take
night.
a little stepladder out with you?
Yes, because I can't reach the top of the wheelie bin, so sometimes I just take a run at it.
Scathing down on you. And then, when you think it's all over the place, the little mammals turn up to clear all the rubbish. Give us a rough average over 2 weeks at that time. How many takeaways were you eating?
Every other night, I think.
So that's what? That's normal to me, isn't it?
He writes a note and it says...
It said, I remember it beginning with, I hope you don't think this is rude, and you know,
did.
it is rude,
Yeah.
and it was rude.
I don't know this is rude, but...
I wonder if you've considered that you may be eating too many takeaways. Yours, Mark.
So stand up.
What?
Stand up.
I am standing up.
No. All them takeaways, let's have a look
That's
at you.
my mic pack.
I'm going to go and have a quick fill.
my God.
I'm allowed to, I'm gay.
If it turns out this whole facade has been a lie, Louis.
It's all right, I'm gay.
Can I just say, when I'm gay...
Well, I can tell you, she doesn't feel like she's eaten a lot of takeaways. She's firm and tiny.
Well, thank God that was the answer, because it would have been awful if it had gone back up. She's telling the truth.
She's tight.
She stinks of curry.
No, she's tight and toned.
Lee, what about your other suspects?
David O'Doherty.
Hello.
Hi. You were running a detective agency for lost animals, is that correct?
Well, we started off just as a detective agency generally.
And then these lost animals started ringing you up saying, can you find my owner for me?
No.
What?
It's the mid-80s in Dublin. There's a lot of crime. And we were 8 or 9, and we decided we were going to do something about the crime.
So you start off this detective agency, and it doesn't go so well. So you think you need to be a bit more niche.
We just weren't getting the caseload. We were getting nothing.
Did you recover any lost animals?
Well, in the window of the local shop, there seemed to be some people had lost cats and dogs. And some of them were offering cash rewards. It was decided that we would ring up one of these people, and as I had the most mature voice of the agency, I had to speak to the lady.
And what would you say?
Hello, is that Mrs. Whittaker? And she would go, yes. And I'd say, and did you lose a cat called Whiskers recently? And she'd go, oh yes, oh yes. And I'd go, well, you're in luck, because my 8-year-old friend and I have set up a pet-finding detective agency. And we're going to take on your case.
And did you have any results? Any good results? Did you ever find an animal, ever?
No.
What about the other David, as he's now known?
Oh, we're
Mr.
actually
Mitchell?
considering that, are we?
Yes?
Oh, sorry.
What were you buying in Argos?
A kettle.
Can you walk me through the process of how it worked when you went to Argos?
Well, I walked through the door and I looked through the catalogue to find the kettle.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
What type of kettle did you go for?
For boiling water.
So, you've seen the kettle, and then what? What happens next?
I filled in. I checked on the little keypad that they had it in stock.
I'll tell you what, you are down with the kids.
This, the pen
Yes.
you swallowed, how long was it?
It was sort of about that long, I think.
And you choked?
Absolutely marvellous. Never has such a clean sentence meant so much.
Why did you put it in your mouth?
I was sort of chewing the end of it, sort of thinking.
Trying to
and
look
then
working
I sneezed.
You sneezed? The way you do when you sneeze and suck in at the same time.
And what? You had a backdraft effect, did you? And it went, straight in.
So you sneezed?
In order, I involuntarily inhaled before the exhalation.
Are you like
That was
Hoover
what-
Man? Did everything implode into your gob? That's my child! Get it right! So March ran up to you.
Yeah.
Does he give you the Heimlich manoeuvre?
No. He just sort of patted me hard on the back a few times.
Right. We need an answer.
I can't see Mr. Mitchell in Argos.
I think it could be true, his story, because he looks quite Irish, quite fair, isn't he? And
he looks Irish?
Yeah, I think he looks Irish.
So what are you going to say then, Lee?
Should we say David O'Doherty?
Yeah, I've told you, I mean, you don't blame me, that's all I'm saying.
We're going to go David O'Doherty.
Saying David O'Doherty. Okay. Mark, would you now please reveal your true identity?
David O'Doherty and I ran a pet detective agency.
absolutely true. You had a detective agency.
I was at home rooting around, and we made business cards. And the caption at the bottom is, "We handle everything."
You're the first detective.
Yeah.
And Mark is...
He's down as notes.
Down as notes. Notes. You've reduced him to an inanimate noun.
What a man. Thank you very much, Mark. Which brings us to our final round, quick fire lies. We will start with... It's Louis.
Oh, get my glasses on. This means I've got to read. Right, hold on. I make myself cry before every big dance performance to get rid of any excess water weight.
What do you think, David?
My first question is, what do you think of to produce this torrent of tears that would get rid of all this excess water?
Well, I mean, as a dancer, you're so criticised for the way you look, and some of the things you have to wear on stage are very revealing and can be very tight. And so I just think about how awful I would look and what kind of criticism I would get.
Right.
So that's enough to reduce me to tears.
Right. The spiteful remarks that people would make if you don't burst into tears and lose a few pounds of water.
Yes.
Pounds? Would you be losing pounds just for a quick
listen,
cry?
yes, you can. You absolutely can.
Louis, where did you discover this technique?
Well, it's actually a lot of ballet dancers, a lot of commercial dancers do it. I mean, it's a funny world we live in. What we do is extreme. What we do with our body is extreme. You know, it's just one more thing to be extreme with.
How do you make sure it doesn't go onto your skin and then still be weighing you
do
down?
it like this with a flat back over. So they just drop like that.
That must be really difficult to stand. I mean, have you had any experience of standing in that position?
Can you cry now?
This is the only time I do it.
I'm surprised you can be in that position and can do anything that will bring tears to your eyes. Louis, would you like some music?
Oh, don't get me started, because you know I'm not an exhibitionist. And let me...
We bring the stars out, we bring the women in the cars and the cars out. Let's have a total celebration, get the glass out. And we can do this until we pass out.
I feel better now.
Right, David, it's time to guess.
I think we as a team don't think that that's true.
All right, well,
yeah.
We're all on edge as we wait to find out. Louis, truth or lie?
Lie.
Oh, what a shocker. Yes, it's a lie. Louis doesn't make himself cry before every big dance performance to get rid of any excess water weight. Lee?
I can tell the circumference of someone's head just by looking at them.
David, what do you think?
No, you can't. Let's move on.
I actually had my head measured yesterday for
What a
week.
waste of time. You should have just come here today.
Exactly what my head circumference is right now.
Catherine, bring it on.
Go on then, what's her head circumference?
Let the lady ask if she wants to know. Yes, can I help you?
Lee,
Yeah.
what is the circumference of my head?
Could you just have a little bit of a... I would say that, from my expert's opinion, you are... I would say you are a large.
David, large isn't a circumference.
Tell me, what did he say? Because they've got it wrong, I guarantee. Listen to this. What did he say?
He said that I was 24 inches.
Well, there you go. Classic layman. You're clearly a slave Greek.
What do you reckon about my head, you know, in terms of circumference?
You're a 26. 26.
Right, 26 inches.
28, 26, 23 and a half.
You're not just reversing perspective and thinking that the heads that are further away must be larger.
Bizarrely, David's head is actually bigger than Catherine's, even with the perspective of the distance. Catherine's got quite a small head.
She's got quite a small head, which you defined early on as large.
It's time to encourage Lee to stop talking.
I don't think it's true.
Do you not?
No.
There is something about it that just has the ring of
Fishy.
total crock to it.
Have you got a tape measure?
Why?
Well, then we can prove I'm right by measuring your head.
Yeah, if we did have a tape measure, you wouldn't want to prove you're right, because you don't get a point just if this is true. You have to make it...
No, if you had a tape measure, you would prove that I'm right, and then you'd say true.
Yeah, and
Then
it would
I'd
be
get a point.
true, and we'd get a point.
Do you mind if I just... Sorry, I know what I'm doing. I used to be a vet.
My head shape is like a torpedo, though, and you have to get the
Remember
full
not to
length.
measure it from the nose, Lee.
Are you
That was a tip you did earlier.
Hang on. I mean, you can take it. The nature of a head is
You've got to get the height of the head.
David, would you read out the result, please?
No.
So, David, what does that lead you to?
I still don't believe it.
Really?
I still don't believe. Do you believe him now?
No, I don't. Oh, my
A little bit.
I think we're going to say this is a lie.
You say it's a lie?
Yeah.
Lee Mack.
Yes?
Were you telling the truth, or were you lying?
I was, in fact, telling a lie.
You can't tell the circumference of someone's head just by looking at them. And that noise signals time is up and it's the end of the show. And I can reveal that David's team romped to victory by 6 points to 3. But of course, it's not just a team game. And my individual liar of the week this week is David O'Doherty. Yes. David O'Doherty. Obviously, I don't really think he's the best liar, but I'm just giving him the award to fulfil a regional quota. Good night.
Next week, Thursday at 9:30 for more Would I Lie to You? John Bishop is put in a confusing situation, joining the fun and games of QI on BBC Two now. The Friday night comedy takes up again here on BBC One in 35 minutes. And come fly with me.
To you, the show that celebrates the art of lying. On Lee Mack's team tonight, it's the strong-willed feminine one from Dragon's Den. No, not Peter Jones. It's Deborah Meaden. And the thinking woman stand-up, as long as that woman is thinking he looks like he needs a decent meal. It's Mark Watson. And on David Mitchell's team, the most famous man to come out of Ireland other than Bob Geldof. Bono, Liam Neeson, Spike Milligan, Pierce Brosnan, Terry Wogan, Jack Charlton, and that little fella with a long beard and the big hat. It's Patrick Kilty! And underground, overground, wombling free. We did offer him a car, but he insisted on making his own way. It's Bernard Cribbins! Well, we'll start, of course, with round one, Home Truths, where our panellists each read out a statement from the card in front of them. To make things harder, they've never seen the card before, so they got no idea what they'll be faced with. It's up to the opposing team to sift the fact from the fiction, and Patrick Kilty is up first. Patrick, please reveal all.
I once punched Muhammad Ali in the face.
Wow.
Blimey, O'Reilly. What, when?
I would say, early 2004-ish.
You punched Muhammad Ali?
Right in the chops.
Why?
We were in a hotel room together and we had... I was asked to come and meet him in his room.
You were asked to come and... Why the hell were you asked to come and meet Muhammad Ali?
Muhammad wanted to meet me. His wife was there and his manager, and I asked for a picture. Muhammad mumbled something like this. And
that's good mumble.
What do you think?
It's like the mumble in the jungle.
So he said, "Come on," and I thought he was putting his fist up like that, and I said, "What did you say?" And his wife said he wants you to punch for the picture.
So you did? How hard did you punch him?
Well, the thing
was... show us on David.
No.
David, this is never going to be said to you again in showbiz world. Just for a minute, pretend you're Muhammad Ali.
So I thought he was going to lean back for...
Yeah.
And he leant in, and I went like that. And then I caught him right in the nose.
No.
And there's a little bit of blood.
Blood?
No. Yeah, no, there was...
And so what happened then? Did he ask for a rematch?
I didn't hang around long enough.
And where was the hotel?
Yeah, whereabouts was
it was in Dublin.
Have you ever fought with anyone before? You just look like you kind of...
He looks a bit useful, doesn't he?
Yeah, he did. You look like...
The pretend punch on David was horrifyingly realistic, in fact, yeah.
That was all in my reaction, actually.
Do you
You've
like
done as
boxing?
much stage fighting as I have, you realise.
What you mean is if you've been hit as much as I have.
Yeah. I had to call it theatre. It was really the only way of getting through school.
Right, Lee, it's a fanciful tale.
I don't know.
Does
It could be.
smack of truth for you?
Deborah?
I think it's a lie.
It's the bit when...
It's the blood tricking.
It's the blood trick. It's the detail of the blood.
It's either a brilliant lie or no, it's probably just a lie.
OK, my team say lie, I say
it's
lie.
a lie. OK. Patrick Kilty, were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie? Explain the bit where Muhammad Ali flies in and he asks, I mean, with the greatest respect in the world. If you said, I'd love to see that Bono guy. Get Bono down. Get him down now. I'm doing Muhammad Ali. Why the hell would he want to see the guy from Celebrity Love Island? I don't get it.
We did a gig together in Dublin, a sports event, and so I introduced him on stage, and the next day he wanted to see me.
Incredible. Yes, it's true. Patrick did once punch Muhammad Ali in the face. And just 9 short months later, Patrick regained consciousness. Deborah Meaden, you're up next.
Bit pointless putting them on, wasn't it?
I recently had my house exorcised after several weird occurrences spooked me.
Exorcised? But who by? By
a priest.
A priest of what church?
Oh, I don't know. There was I was put onto him by somebody else who'd had the same or similar problem.
Internet Church of Dodgy.
The internet.
What happened that made you want an exorcist? Was it ectoplasm or poltergeist or what?
No, things were moving around the house. Furniture was moving. I'd go to bed and get up in the morning and furniture would be moved. And
so, what procedure did the man who came to exercise? Was it a man that came to?
It was.
How was he dressed?
I don't know the exact. He was dressed in black and a dog collar and.
So kinky.
No, I don't know exactly what he did because we had to leave the house. We spent a bit of time in the house and then we had to leave the house.
Can I ask you what they charged?
He didn't charge anything.
Really?
No.
It's a good job because if you couldn't afford to pay the bill, they'd come back and repossess your house. I'm not going to lie, I'm taking tomorrow off.
I don't know whether I enjoyed the joke more or your look of pride.
Once the priest had performed this exorcism, Deborah, was there a difference? Did it work?
It felt instantly different, yeah.
And things stopped moving?
Things stopped moving.
As the ghost left the house, did it just turn around and go, I'm out?
So do you believe in ghosts, then?
Well, I didn't, to be honest, I didn't. And I wasn't sure it was going to work. But there was definitely something going on in our house.
Worth giving it a try.
Worth giving it a try.
I would remind you that Bernard has travelled in the TARDIS, so if anybody here has knowledge of odd things going on, I mean, he's literally travelled through time and relative dimensions in space.
And by literally, you of course mean fictionally.
You have to spoil it, don't you? You're telling me next the Wombles were made up as well. They were wonderful, the Wombles. What are those guys doing now? You'll never see
They're
them
moving
anything else.
furniture now, the Wombles.
Are they? Maybe it was Wombles. Maybe it was. David, what are you going to say?
What do you think, Bernard?
I actually believe in that sort of moving things about, so I'm not quite sure.
Patrick?
It's true.
So what are you saying, David?
Well, you think it's true? And you think it's true?
Yeah.
I think it's true. I think it's true.
Say true. The team is united in truth. Okay. Deborah Meaden, were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie?
A lie.
Yes. Deborah has not had her house exercised after several weird occurrences. Mark Watson, you're next.
When I was 6 years old, I wrote a will after losing a game of Connect 4 to my dad.
Sounds plausible enough, David.
You wrote a will?
Yes, yes.
What was the...
Was it on a proper will form, or did you...
I didn't engage a lawyer, no.
You didn't?
It was just on that stripy paper you get at school.
Oh, the stripy paper,
And
yes,
what possessions did you leave?
Well, all I really had was the Connect 4 set. And I left it to my dad as a deliberate act of spite because he'd beaten me. I mean, he'd beaten me at Connect 4, that is.
Can you remember how you phrased it in this will?
So I think I began it, but because I've been beaten at Connect 4, there's no point in living anymore.
I hereby leave my only cherished possession.
I maybe had about sort of £10 or something. There were a couple of other things I think in the will, but there wasn't much to it.
So what was it about this particular game of Connect 4? Were you used to beating your father at Connect 4?
Well, I don't want to go into details because it brings back unhappy memories, and also people at home might not know the game, but without wanting to be too technical, he connected 4, and I sort of... it was quite a built-up tournament, you see. It was a sort of best of 7 again. My dad called it the Watson Cup. I grew up in quite a competitive family.
Yeah.
When I lost, it was just too much to take, really. Oh, it was horrible. It was horrible.
So you lose at Connect 4, you throw a bit of a tantrum.
Oh. Well, you call it a bit of a tantrum. I lost 4-3 from 3-1 up.
Yeah, but presumably... you storm upstairs to your room.
Yep.
You take out a fresh sheet of paper.
Yep.
You write the bitter will.
Yes.
What do you do then?
I thought that my parents would panic, think I was dead, become guilty, and my dad
Why would they think you'd stormed upstairs to your bedroom? Why would they assume you were dead?
Oh, sorry, no, I went downstairs and left it where I knew they would see it, yes.
And then
At the
you went
time,
back upstairs?
they were watching Wogan, so they were distracted.
Oh, right.
I think it was Wogan.
Young Mark Watson there. He's about to take his own life, don't you know? First, Chris Rea, The Road to Hell. How's it work?
Uncanny.
How did your mum and dad react?
My dad saw through it pretty quickly. He came up the stairs, knocked on the door. I said yes, and he said, thought not.
All right, David, what do you think?
I believe this.
You believe it?
Yes. Do you believe it?
I believe it too.
I believe it too. He's a very sensitive child. You can tell that even now.
So, David, you basically are saying you think it's true.
We'll say it's true.
We believe him.
Yeah. Mark Watson, truth or lie?
It was
true. Yes. Yes, it was true. When Mark was 6 years old, he wrote a will after losing a game of Connect 4 to his dad. Bernard Cribbins, you're next.
Right. I once sold my wife's car, but told her it was stolen.
Lee, what do you think?
When was this?
It was about 6 years ago.
Well, quite recently.
Oh, recently, yes.
It's not like in the early days when you were hard up for cash.
No. I was in a bit of strife with some gambling debts, and I could only do it by stealing the car and flogging it. I got three.
Sorry, the studio for Jeremy Kyle's just next door.
I think I got $3,500 for it.
And how did you explain it to your wife?
I told her it was stolen. I said it was outside, love. I don't know what's happened. Where's your car?
You said bloody wombles, I'll take anything.
Does your wife know now?
No.
So she will now when she watches this show.
I won't let her watch this.
Why, have you told the telly?
No. Stolen glasses. I shall make sure when this is transmitted that we're out of the house. Right, definitely, yes.
The way you're going with your gambling, you might not have a house.
I don't gamble anymore, you see. I mean, that taught me a lesson. That was it. Off. Finished, yeah.
But we're trying to decide whether the esteemed actor and voiceover artist Bernard Cribbins is actually a gambler, a liar and a borderline crook, essentially.
Yeah. It is not illegal to lie to your wife.
No.
What are you going to say, Lee? Is Bernard Cribbins telling the truth with this bizarre tale of his wife and the car?
OK, what are we saying?
I lie.
Saying it's a lie?
A lie. And what you say, Mark?
Yeah, I think it's a lie, because the alternative is that Cribbins has got a very dark past.
We need it to be a lie, Bernard.
So, Bernard, truth or lie?
I am telling...
It was a lie. Yes. Bernard did not sell his wife's car and then tell her it was stolen. Bernard and his wife have developed an understanding over the years. He doesn't sell her cars, and she doesn't mention Carry On Columbus. So at the end of that round, we're even Stevens. It's 2 points apiece. And so to our next round, This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. This week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Molly. Welcome, Molly. So, first of all, Deborah, perhaps you could tell us how you know Molly.
Well, this is Molly. She came into Dragon's Den. She was so nervous that she left after 20 minutes without saying a single word.
Right, OK. Mark, what is Molly to you?
This is my friend Molly. She starred in a murder mystery play which I wrote and directed at school.
All right, and Lee, what about you?
This is Molly. She's teaching me to ice skate because I'm going to be a best man at a wedding on ice.
There we have it. David, over to you.
Right. Well, Deborah, what was Molly coming into? What was her business?
It was sort of eye shades for, well, sunglasses for dogs in summary. And she brought the dog in, and it took 10 minutes to settle the dog down, and then I think maybe Molly got a bit nervous and...
So she came up with the dog. The dog's not wearing the sunglasses.
I'm simplifying it. It wasn't just sunglasses. They were kind of shades for the... They were slatted, shady things for the eyes.
So the dog was wearing Venetian blinds.
Venetian blinds.
So they can go like that, so that you can turn a handle and blind the dog.
And did she get any money at all?
She didn't say a word.
So...
She didn't say a word. She went straight back downstairs, well, after 20 minutes.
And you've kept in contact ever since?
Not at all, but we did meet afterwards because she was so nervous and she just felt she'd failed her...
Well, I mean, she's right. She had, hadn't she? She'd come up with a daft idea and then totally failed to express it.
What sort of a dog?
Give me a very good dragon, David.
What sort of a dog was it?
Labrador Retriever.
Labrador, that's great. They had to have a Labrador with dark glasses on. Someone the blind leading the blind.
So, Mark, was Molly at school with you?
Yes, she was. Yeah.
She was at and so you wrote the school play, which was vaguely about a murder, and you cast her in it.
I both wrote and cast the play, yeah.
And so what was the plot of the...
Well, I think it was probably a lot of nonsense, but there was Molly...
We'll be the judge of that.
Molly played, I think, the wife of a rich man who was murdered, and it was all a bit silly, you know, the way school plays are. It's a while ago, so I can't remember.
I love the fact that you remember every single detail of a game of Connect 4 when you were 6, but 10 years later...
Yeah. Theatre comes and goes, but Connect 4 stays with you.
What was it called? Do you remember the title?
The title of the play.
Of the play?
No.
Yes.
Any title. Just have any title. Work your way from titles of things you know
I think
that'll give you time to make up the title of this play.
It was called Arsenic and Old Mice, which was a play on the play Arsenic and Old Lace.
Lee, where are you learning to ice skate? Tell me.
I'm learning to ice skate at Alexandra Palace.
Right. And how far have you got with it?
Well, I actually...
I mean, can you stand on one leg and do all that stuff, yeah?
Oh, yeah, but not on the ice rink.
No.
Alexandra Palace?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, is that the nearest ice rink to where you live?
It's not... Well, I don't know if it's the nearest one, but it's the one where...
Well, I'll tell you, no, it isn't.
OK, it isn't. But when my friend, who said we're having this ice skating themed wedding and we're all training every week for the little moves, I didn't say, is there any chance you come to me? Because the day's all about me. My friends are into ice skating. So
really?
Yeah.
Oh, what an appropriate thing for their wedding.
They're actually going to do a routine, the man and wife.
Right.
They're doing a routine on the ice because they're ice
Fully
skating.
clothed, I hope.
Fully clothed, oh
right,
yes.
Fine.
Yeah, I don't know which films you watch, Bernard, but naked ice skating isn't really big. So they're going to board it off, so you have an aisle of ice.
Aisle remaining of ice. The rest of the ice is sort of carpeted with seats on it.
I don't know. You're mixing me up with admin.
OK.
So, what's your role in the
It's
wedding?
like this, I sort of tumble and then go like that.
So are you best man? Are you presenting the rate? Like,
I am that very man, yes. I'm the best man.
So what do you have to do? What's skating? What skating do you have to do? They've done their routine.
Right,
and then
OK.
You're
listen,
skating.
Just to be absolutely clear.
OK, so the vicar comes first.
Patrick, you're a guest. Just listen to me. So they're going to do a big routine, and the bridesmaids are going to be part of the big routine. And the idiots like me that can't do much, we're just going to skate off on at the end like that. I'm just talking to the fat members of the family as I'm walking home.
How many lessons are you having?
Finish the routine yet.
Sorry.
And then I get to the end like that. I've got the ring. I do one quick, I don't know what they call it, axel, down on the knee, present to groom. Like this. And then the groom, don't patronise me. And everything's just themed, and it's going to be beautiful.
And then where's the reception happening?
That's happening at the ski slope in... the reception's at Alexandra Palace as well.
Right, we need an answer. So, David's team, is Molly Mark's leading lady, Deborah's shy entrepreneur, or Lee's ice skating teacher? David.
Well, I think we're agreed that Lee's story is...
The truth, and that's the end of the round.
Too plausible. I think Mark would remember more about this play.
I think he's been very vague about this play on purpose.
Flanneling like
mad. You think you think it's true, but he's been deliberately vague?
Yeah, I think so. Does this woman look like someone that puts Venetian blinds on dogs?
Does any woman look like that, to be fair?
What do you think?
Deborah.
You think Deborah?
Yeah.
No.
You don't think that? You think Mark?
I think it's Mark.
Well, I think it's Deborah.
Do you know what? I'm starting to feel like the ugly one on blind date.
Well, I think I agree with Bernard. I think it's Deborah's former Dragon's Den contestant.
OK.
Yes.
Molly, would you please reveal your true identity?
I starred as the wife of Sir Leonard Onions in Mark's play Arsenic and Old Mice at school when he was my house captain.
Yes, Molly starred in a murder mystery that Mark wrote and directed while at school. What sort of a director was he, Molly?
Masterful.
Really?
Yes, really.
That's the end of the round.
Molly, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Which brings us to our final round, Quickfire Lies, in which our panellists lie not only through their teeth, but also against the clock. We will start with... it's David.
OK. As a child, I had a special way of communicating with Captain Kirk during Star Trek episodes.
True. Oh, we go.
What do you reckon?
And that special way was?
I had two ways of communicating with Captain Kirk. One was with a little calculator that, when you it had a sort of leatherette case, and when you flipped it open, it was, to my child's eyes, uncannily identical to a Star Trek communicator of the old sort. We're talking pre-nipple punch.
You do this, David.
No, it's more sort of.
Yeah, no. It would open with, it would go, and then it would go, and he'd press the button, Kirk to Enterprise, and it would go.
Oh yes, that's the secondary noise.
Just a question. Did you two ever have girlfriends?
Yeah.
No, I didn't, in all honesty. As a child, did you?
No.
It was a great noise, wasn't it?
Yeah. Very comforting.
It was, yeah.
That kept me company. Who needs people?
Exactly.
And what was the second way?
The second way was I would sort of converse a bit with the characters on the screen while it was happening. So join in, slip in. Oh, that's good thoughts, Captain Kirk, etc. Don't interrupt me, Spock. I'm talking.
Do you know the characters, the famous Star Trek?
Yeah.
There's
Uhuru, what did she call
Uhuru.
Uhuru, yeah.
Sulu. Chekhov. Bones,
yes.
McCoy, actually, properly.
Rob, have you ever refereed anything before? You make a terrible referee at football. Why don't you try kicking it in the top left?
Right, what are you going to say then, Lee? What do you think?
It's the bit that rings most true actually about all of this was when he went. I flipped it open because I remember those calculators. They used to have a little thing. There's
no doubt. Yeah.
And did you do the old thing where it spells boobies when you turn it upside down? You didn't know what they were. Okay, so.
Is David telling the truth, Lee? What do you reckon?
Right, OK. Do we believe David, as a small child, would be so lonely and sad that he would have to use his calculator?
Yes, we do, yeah.
You're saying it's true?
We're saying it's true.
You sure? OK. David, is it true or is it a lie?
I prefer the word imaginative to lonely, but yes, it's true.
Yes, it's true. As a child, David did have a special way of communicating with Captain Kirk during Star Trek episodes. David particularly liked Leonard Nimoy. That odd life form obsessed with logic would tune in each week to watch Mr. Spock. Oh, yes. Next. Right, that's me. Possession. Right. Pick it up first. Steady. This is a prototype invention of mine that I'm hoping to release one day.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rob Brydon's World of Magic.
Teams, questions?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, it's a TV aerial for the bath, isn't it?
On first inspection, you'd think so. It's actually not.
Don't tell us. Let us guess what it is.
All right, try and guess what it is.
Can you demonstrate how you would use it and see if we can guess? Yeah, please do.
Can I come out? Is now a good time?
He's cleaning something.
Oh,
Footprints.
Painting. You're painting.
Oh.
Painted a dotted circle.
He's doing
I haven't finished.
Hang on, he's painted a circle or has he cleaned the circle?
He's patting children on the head.
Incidentally, I've just remembered something. This isn't a mime show. Tell us what you were doing.
It's a thing for kids. I've got a lot of children, and it's an idea I came up with, and it's just a big kind of painting stick. It's just a silly painting stick. I'm very interested, actually, to know what you think, Deborah.
I think it's
£5 grand, that's all I need.
You just need £5 grand. Anybody?
I think probably
you in particular.
Me.
Well known for being rich.
Quite seriously, all jokes
Do you know how
aside.
you get rich?
Deborah, stop talking to the idiot at the end.
Oh, sorry.
Talk to this idiot.
Yeah,
seriously? Oh, don't buy into that.
What do you mean don't buy into it? Don't buy into that?
No, not this. Buy into this. Don't buy into that.
You've been rubbish on Dragon's Den. See this? Don't buy into that. Don't buy into this.
Deborah, what do you think? Seriously, what do you think?
Seriously. What do I think?
It wouldn't be wood, like this is a prototype. It would be a gaily coloured plastic, maybe with some kind of laminate cover on it with zigzag. Kids
Would it
love
be
zigzags.
nothing like that?
Well, it'd be quite a lot like this.
Can you imagine if you asked for a Nintendo Wii and Dad came on with that? There's not much you can do apart from do circles, though, isn't it?
Yes, there's plenty you can do.
That's it. You can do that with a normal spoon.
With this invention, you can do this.
Yeah? Another... Oh, you mean another one of those circles you were telling us about?
But is it a circle, Lee?
Well, it's starting to become a circle, yeah.
You think it's a circle? Wait a minute.
It looks like it.
Oh, hello. Do you know what? I'm in. I am in.
What would you call it?
4 sponges on a stick.
Rob's colourful stick.
Hey, I'm not falling for this again.
Right, what are you going to say?
I've seen a lot of inventions.
Yes.
That's
not even an invention.
Oh, no.
I'm going to be maverick here, and suddenly I think it's a good idea. No, I do.
It is a good association. It's great fun.
I'm starting to look forward to actually borrowing that and playing with my kids with it.
What are you going to say?
I say that I think Rob is mad enough to think that's a good idea, and we should say that's true.
You're saying it's true. David Mitchell, what is your team saying?
Rubbish. Absolute rubbish.
Do you think it's a lie?
A lie.
He's mad enough to have come up with that, I think.
My instinct is that it's a lie.
OK, you say it's a lie. You say it's true.
Yeah.
It's actually a lie. Oh, and that noise signals time's up. It's the end of the show, and I can reveal that David has romped to victory by 7 points to 5. But it's not just a team game, and my individual liar of the week is Deborah Meaden. Yes, Deborah Meaden, a woman whose ability to lie is tested every time Duncan Bannatyne asks if she's pleased to see him. Good night.